Hi lovely souls, my name is Samantha James. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Today we have a pick a card for you, and it's going to be, what do they miss about you? Now this could be anybody. It could be an ex, it could be a lover, it could be a friend from the past. We're going to kind of see what we channel as we get into your pile. And you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages. I'm going to kind of see where the reading takes us and whether or not the extension will be an 18 plus. Maybe for some piles it will be an 18 plus, and for other piles, if I'm channeling like a friend, it's not, going to be like that, but it will be channeled messages nonetheless. So I just wanted to say up front, thank you so much for all of your patience. I've been very sick and been kind of dealing with that for the past week, but I am feeling at least a little better, to the point where I am making a video, which is something that I just couldn't even think about doing for a while. So I'm glad to be feeling a little better, glad to be here. So we have a pick a deck, pick a crystal selection. We have pile number 1 with the raw carnelian. We have pile number 2 with the raw tiger's eye. And we have pile number 3 with the raw red jasper. All right, so if you're new to pick a cards, what you're gonna do is pause the video and figure out whichever pile or crystal you're drawn to the most. Go down below in the description box, find your timestamp, and I will see you all at your reading. Hello, group number 1, welcome. If you chose the raw carnelian, this is for you. I absolutely love this crystal. Carnelian is great for fire signs. It doesn't matter if you're not a fire sign. It's also great for confidence and self-esteem and manifesting success. So you guys also chose this manga deck, which I love, but we're gonna pull the tarot to the side as we dive into your oracle first. And we're gonna talk about, what do they miss? What do they miss about you? And I'm solely going to be focused on you and what they miss about you, rather than trying to psychoanalyze them or figure out who they are. So I'll say a few things about them, which I hope will help you connect to like who this person is that's coming through in the reading. But we're mainly going to be focused on what they miss about you. And you will have the option to extend, like I said, depending on the reading and who we channel. It could be an 18 plus, but if not, it's just going to be channeled messages. So what would this person actually say to you? All right, let's get into it. And if you missed my intro, I just wanted to say thank you so much for your patience. I've been really sick, so I am sort of talking like this. I'm talking in a lower register right now, trying to take it easy because I'm still recovering, but yeah. Okay, so for your astrological oracle to start, we have Sagittarius. And this Sagittarius card really reminds me of Chiron, half man, half horse. And I am launching my business in August called Chiron Co. And right now we're currently in Chiron retrograde. So there is a lot of past wounds, exes, and just messy memories that are coming up right now. So maybe this is a very curious reading for you. You are kind of wondering if this person is thinking about you, if they're missing you. So I'm definitely getting ex vibes. It just doesn't have to be an ex. It just gives me vibes that this person is deep in your past. So I mainly pulled the astrological oracle, not necessarily to say that they are a Sagittarius or you're a Sagittarius, although they definitely could be. But just to kind of get elements as to what, they may miss about you. And with Leo here as well, I'm definitely getting that there's something very fiery about you. You also picked carnelian and was drawn to that. So I feel like up front, group number 1, this person is missing your fire. They're missing your warmth because, I always have known Leos to be very giving and very gracious and very loving and very warm. And I bet you are all of those things to this person, and I feel like they're really missing that. And they're probably also really missing like the spontaneity of you, the zest, the adventure. Maybe you were always you're just always down, whatever it was for, like to go on an adventure or to, whatever it was. And I just feel like, there's a big possibility that this person is missing that part of you, the fire within you. So we have growth here. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. We have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. As I was pulling this oracle, I was getting vibes that one of them was, and this is for every pile, like one of these cards in the oracle was what they miss, and then another one was what they fucked up on. And I just kind of got that vibe. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I don't think that it's like they miss your pride. I think if you have pride, they could respect it. But I think maybe this person had a lot of pride, and pride got the best of this connection, and ego got the best of this connection. And there's a reason this person's in the past, and it's just simply because, you know, maybe they weren't, you know, leveling up to your consciousness or your growth. But I do think that there's something about you that triggered this person into growing. Now, it could be just that you triggered them, not purposely, but there's just something about your being, there's something about your essence that was so good, too good, that they couldn't meet you on your level, they couldn't match your energy, they couldn't reciprocate. And I feel like this person now looks at you like, wow, you know, group number one really showed me the light and the warmth and that fire, and really tried to get me to follow my passions and my dreams and expand my consciousness and my awareness, but I was too prideful to see that. So I'm just kind of getting that vibe. So we have number 18, Vasilisa, totally murdered that. The Brave. And this is a fairy tale character, so I'm totally mispronouncing her name. Vasilisa, the Brave. Courage. You know, we know Leos to be courageous. Now, I'm not saying that you're a Leo, but I'm saying there's characteristics of both Sagittarius and Leo that you have that this person misses. And we're highlighting those strengths. You know, Leo ruled by the Strength card in the Major Arcana. And I feel like you had a lot of courage to grow. You had a lot of courage in general. And that was something this person didn't have. They acted like they had it, but they just had too much pride and ego. And they really, you know, whatever happened, you know, I think that they have regrets for sure. And they're just missing the fact that they miss you completely, but they're upset that they missed the point. You know, like they missed the homework assignment. Like they didn't understand the connection when it was time to understand it. And now it's too late. And now they just miss you. And now they're just kind of highlighting some of the very beautiful and positive attributes about you, in which make you so strong and so courageous and so warm and so expansive in your growth and your ability to shine and move on and have that strength. So I'm just really seeing that. For your archetype oracle, we have Child, Eternal, Light attributes, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. So yeah, there's something so youthful about you, so playful at the same time. Although you're like down to business, you aren't like super serious. You're like a very fun, playful person, very adventurous, very spontaneous. And I feel like that's something that this person really saw with you and had a lot of fun with you. Like this is the kind of person that is definitely missing actual memories with you, like actual things that you guys did together, places that you went, or drives you had, or even if it was just like, you know, going to a drive-through or something ridiculous. This person is looking at those memories and they're missing like the laughter and the fun times that they had with you. And they miss how you made them feel so young. So I don't know if this person's older than you, or if you guys are much older now, or you guys were older when you met, or, you know, but it didn't feel like that with you because you made them feel young again. But there's really that vibe there. And then we have Goddess. So amongst all the beautiful personality traits, you guys are also quite gorgeous and beautiful and aesthetically pleasing to look at. So that's something that they also miss, is like you were such a catch and they did not, like I said, they missed the homework assignment. They didn't get that. They didn't understand. They couldn't rise up to your level. There was something about your beauty and your personality and everything about you was so perfect that they were triggered. Like they didn't feel like they were good enough for you. And sometimes when people feel triggered like that, they take themselves out of the game. You know, it's not that like anything particular has to happen, but sometimes they take themselves out of the race. So I just feel like this person was triggered. But we have light attributes, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. So yeah, I just feel like this person misses your feminine energy. There's something about you that's very regal. You carry yourself with a confidence and grace. I think you guys have a banging body as well. You could be very curvilicious for my women out there, for my men out there. You could be very muscular, very strong in your appearance. I feel like you guys dress really well. You can also be like very like sensual in your dress. Like you're like a kind of a tease, and like you'll expose your back or your legs or, you know, your good features. And I feel like this person misses that. Okay, so we have envy, number 20, journey, number 2, and we have door to personal healing and happiness. So I feel like you were that door for them. I know that's like cliche and ridiculous, but I feel like part of what this person is missing or what they were misunderstanding is that you can't save them, you can't do everything for them. And I feel like this person was definitely in an energy where they were looking at you as like you were supposed to do everything for them, or, you know, take them on this journey with you, resolve all their problems, wave a magic wand. And I think you were just like trying to be their confidant. I think you were trying to encourage them to do better and be better, but they just were not rising to the occasion, is what it seems like. I'm like super out of breath, and I don't know if that's because of my health issues right now, or if it has to do with this person. I don't know if this person has asthma or anxiety, or if they run a lot. With journey as well, it could also represent like this person's out of breath because it's been quite a journey with you, or you guys take each other's breath away. There's that kind of energy. So it could be related to that. Definitely comment down below, let me know. But yeah, I just feel like this person looked at you as their door to personal healing and happiness. Like you were supposed to be their happiness, you were supposed to heal them, you were supposed to do all these things, and then you told them like, listen, it's a journey and it's not something I can do for you. You have to do it for yourself. And they just did not take that well, or they just didn't understand that concept. And I feel like they just ended up kind of looking at you from a very envious eye, just feeling very triggered, feeling like they couldn't match up, you know? So whatever happened, I feel like happened with this person, but you know, now I think that they are truly missing you, and I think that it's just different now. Okay, so we are going to be pulling some tarot. So to start, we have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, we have that Nine of Swords. This person's definitely missing you. They're definitely thinking about you, and if they have recently come back in your life, they're pretending that everything is cool, like they have their shit together, but they don't. Like, I'm just gonna say it up front, they do not. And the Nine of Swords can have a lot to do with this Chiron retrograde, in that this is a wound of theirs and how they fucked this up, and it's coming up to the surface, and they're not getting much sleep over it. They're thinking a lot about it, especially at night. And I think that they want to come back into your life, and if they are back in your life, they're definitely going to act like they have everything together, but they really don't. I don't know why I feel like I should be calling them out, but I just think that for some of you, if you don't know, you should know. Yeah, we have the Devil here. This person could even be dealing with some sort of addiction, to alcohol, to drugs, It could be even, I'm hearing like smoking weed. It's not an addiction. Like I used to smoke weed all the time a long time ago, but it comes, you know, it honestly, like if you dive deep into it psychologically, stems from a place of escapism, I feel like, in my opinion at least, and that's an addiction itself. So I just feel like this person is checking out right now. They're just not a part of reality, or they're not trying to be. It could also be that they are diving into this devil energy because they are trying to cope or find temporary ways to cope. Like they're not doing so well, so they're, you know, to go to sleep, they're taking this, or they're trying to drink, or, you know, whatever it is. I just feel like this person really is mulling over whatever happened between you, and looking at the situation as if like they really fucked up is the vibe. Like, oh, I lost group number 1. I'm never ever gonna be able to get them in my good graces again. And you know, what's interesting is it could be as simple as like them fixing their shit that you told them to fix. Now, I don't really know what happened, but I'm just, you know, for some of you, it could be that metaphorically simple, but they're too busy covering up with the 2 pentacles. They're too busy acting like their shit is cool and everything's fine, instead of just diving deep into like the consciousness of expanding their awareness. And that's the only thing that you've been trying to tell them this whole time, that you can't be their door for anything, that they have to go on this journey alone. So they're still not getting the picture, if you guys were wondering. They're still not understanding the homework assignment. So yeah, I'm just kind of getting that vibe. Hangman, we all know what that's about. And the hangman is about just stagnation and not doing anything, not making a move on anything in their life right now, not feeling like there's not even a decision to be made. It'd be nice if they had a decision to be made with the 2 swords energy. You know, it would be nice if there was like 2 things to decide between and they were stressed about that. But with the 2 swords in reverse, it's like they don't even have options. They don't even have decisions to make. Like that's why they're in this hangman energy. And they can't stand it. They can't stand to see you as someone who is successful. They also can't read you. Like they see you from the outside looking in, and they see you as this Queen of Swords. They see you as someone who is just got it going on, like physically, mentally, spiritually. And sure, maybe you have your fair share of shit as well that you're dealing with, right? But you do it with grace, and you do it with an armor around you that is so protective that no one would really know. And maybe you used to let this person in and now you don't. And so they feel like they're on the outside, and they feel like they did it to themselves. So I just think this person is like really suffering, and it doesn't help that they're still kind of obsessed with you. So it's more than just like missing you. It's the fact that they can't get over you, you know, at the same time. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, it's like this person wants to, in a perfect world, in a perfect scenario, like they would love to give you their heart and their love, and they'd love to like progress things forward and be able to be with you and have you let your guard down. But they just, like I said, they don't know how to get to point A to point B to point C. They don't even know what steps to take. They don't even have options to take those steps. This person feels very stuck in their missing you, and they, you know, they're not understanding how to fix things, which from my perspective is just like a tarot reader who's looking in on your situation. It seems pretty simple on the surface. Like they just had to respect you. They just had to show you that you didn't have to do all the work all the time. There's just some really simple things that they missed, and it has a lot to do with their vibration. You know, you guys are very spiritual. Obviously, you're here on this tarot reading. Obviously, you care about progressing, moving forward. And so for that, you're constantly learning and diving deeper into your own self. And this person is not like you. Like they're not spiritual, and they're not dealing with these wounds, and they're not addressing some traumas, and you know, for that, it's just creating a shitstorm within themselves. So yeah, let's pull some channeled messages, and then in the extended, I'm going to channel this person. So I'm going to, and I'm pretty sure this will be an 18 plus for your pile. So I'm gonna be pulling like a whole tarot deck and just reading it as if I am talking as them and channel them. These are more like channeled oracle that I'm gonna pull right now. So if you're interested in that, that is linked down below. I bury myself in work to forget you. So yeah, this person is not sleeping, they're not really functioning, they're trying to, maybe the devil has to do with an addiction to work as well. And then maybe the Two of Pentacles isn't just them faking it, maybe they literally are just working, like juggling actual sort of tangible financial things. We will be together again. Okay, so they're very confident that you guys could be together again. I want to tell you how I feel. Interesting. It will be super interesting to get into the extended. Look at the T. I love you unconditionally. Wow. It doesn't matter like what has happened. They're never gonna stop missing you. You know, they're never gonna forget you. They're never gonna quit. I left you before you could leave me. Like I said, some people take themselves out of the game because they know that it's not headed towards anywhere good. I regret lying to you. So yeah, this person, they definitely have regrets on how they handled certain situations with you. Regret is a huge energy here. I will wait for a sign from you. Sorry, nails. I'm becoming a better person. Okay, interesting. They could be, you know, I don't see that they're not. I just don't think that they are, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can become a better person, do things a little differently, but that doesn't mean that you're necessarily like waking up. Or it could be that they are waking up, but it's a slow process for them. Like, you have ascended and you have far blown past them, if that makes sense. And they're still working on it, you know? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I hide behind material things, and I'm starting to understand our connection. Right, they're starting to understand it. You know, they might not fully understand what happened for it to get to this point, but they're starting to. And a start is a start, you know, we'll take a start. Okay, so I'm gonna have you guys ask whatever question you wanna ask from my trusty, dusty pendulum. And then we're gonna get into the extended, and I'm gonna channel your person, and we're going to see what they would say to you, which is linked down below. But for now, let's have you guys ask whatever question you wanna ask, and let's see what the pendulum says. Ready, set, go. Ah, it's glitching. It gets caught on this wire. Okay, false alarm. Ready, set, go. Ask a friend. Ugh. I really wish that wasn't an option on this pendulum because that one bothers me. But maybe you literally do have to ask a friend about whatever your question was and see what your friend's answer is. And it could be asking a friend because they're gonna channel without them even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? They might give you an answer that you weren't expecting. All right, group number one, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really hope that resonated. Definitely comment down below if it did and let me know. I missed you guys. I'm gonna extend this. We're gonna do some channeled messages. What would this person say to you? That is linked down below. In the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you guys all in your extended. Hi, lovely souls. Hi, group number two. If you chose the beautiful tiger's eye, this is for you. So we are going to be talking about what this person misses about you, and we are going to try and figure out who they are, although I am primarily going to be focused in on you and like what they miss about you. So you also chose this beautiful dragon deck, which is actually like a wizard deck, so I'm excited about that. We're going to pull your tarot after we do your oracle first, and you will have the option to extend. The extension is going to be channeled messages. It's going to depend whether or not it's 18 plus or not on who I'm, channeling and working with. So we will do that and figure that out once we see what the situation's about. So who is missing you? What are they missing about you? Let's get into it. Group number 2, let's start with your oracle. So to start with your astrological oracle, we have Virgo. So you could be a Virgo or they could be a Virgo. Doesn't have to be. I actually mainly pulled the astrological oracle cards to get ideas about what they miss about you. And Virgo is someone who is very feminine, has a lot of feminine nature. This is someone who's very in touch with themselves. This is someone who thinks a lot. They are ruled by Mercury. They are very organized in their thought, so nothing really gets past them. They're really good at what they do, whatever it is they decide to do. I've always seen Virgos, men or women, as people who are aesthetically very beautiful and balanced. Like, they pay so close attention to detail that they just look really good. They take good care of themselves. So you could take really good care of yourself and look really good and be very feminine, very smart, kind of a thinker. And that's something that this person really misses about you. Group number 2. Okay, let's see what else. I want to cover that up. So we have happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. And we have judgment. So I feel like this person is also missing how happy you made them. Like, you were their happiness. Now, I know that's such a strong thing to say. In group number 1, we were kind of talking about, we pulled like from a different deck, Door to Healing and Personal Happiness. And it was like, group number 1's person kind of put them on this pedestal where they were supposed to be that door. They were supposed to like be their happiness. And I feel like this is a little similar, but it's a different energy, in that this person just was very happy with you. Like, there was nothing to complain about. This person had no complaints when it came to group number 2. Something that they miss is just how happy you made them and how they experienced true happiness with you. We have judgment here, and when I was pulling this oracle at first, I kind of was getting the vibe that like maybe one oracle is what they miss about you and the other oracle is how they fucked up, because it was kind of the same thing for each pile. So it could be that this person fucked up and that they made a wrong judgment about you, or they judged you too harshly on something. It could also be that you have good judgment, and that's something that they really miss about you, that you were a really good judge of character. You were really good at seeing past bullshit. You really only want to attract things that are genuine towards you, and you were good at not allowing things that are unauthentic to pervade into your life. And for that, you were happy and had a happier air to you. We have number 21, the 12 Dancing Princesses. This is very interesting because it's number 21 and it says 12 Dancing Princesses. So you might be seeing 2112, 2112, or 1212, or 2121. Those might be numbers that are following you around. With the 12 Dancing Princesses, I feel like, enchantment here. I feel like with the Virgo card, there is something very enchanting about you. And I think that's something that this person misses. I feel like there was something very enchanting about you, not just physically, although I'm definitely getting that physical attribute as well. Maybe you guys have really big doe eyes, and maybe they were taller than you, so you had to look up at them with your big doe eyes. You guys could wear flowers in your hair. You could wear really unique outfits, really beautiful kind of features that you have. There's some sort of shine or glow to you. Like I said, you guys really take care of yourself, your skin, your hair, all of that. But enchantment as in like, you're just very mystical, like you knew things. And it was really interesting to see like this person kind of view those things. We have judge. So again, with judgment, you guys could have a really great judge of character. You could be a literal judge. Light attributes, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. So you guys could also have some Libra in your chart because we are getting that scale energy. And you guys could have definitely been someone who was a really good friend to this person. Like you could have been involved more than that, but it could have been that every time they needed advice or every time they needed to lean on someone or ask someone about something, they would lean on you and they would get that really good advice from you because you always had a third party way of looking at things. Like you never had a biased opinion. We also have queen. So this person viewed you as a beautiful queen. They feel like you had this very regal feminine energy and you had this like kind of unknowing benevolent authority to protect others. Virgo also representing the mother of earth. And I feel like you guys had this very maternal energy to you. You constantly felt the need to take care of other people. You kind of are probably problem-solving person and wanted to help problem solve by your judgment and by mediating different situations with this person. We have Angel of Love, number 49. We have Magician and the Mirror, 53. And number 14, Caring Connection. So I feel like this person kind of viewed you as their angel of love. Like, you know, they saw you as someone who was just an angel, just full of love, just someone who was brought into their life and showed them what true happiness was, what true enchantment was, that opened their eyes in ways that they didn't think that could be opened, the Magician and the Mirror. You showed them a side of magic, a side of mysticism, maybe even tarot, that they had never ever dived into before, never even thought of, never even crossed their mind. But there was something about what you did and who you were and the role you served in their life that really showed them the other side of the world, of the universe even. And although you're very three-dimensional, you didn't stay on the ground. You were also very connected to your guides and to the angels and to the things that are unseen. And with Caring Connection, like I do feel like this was a very caring connection. I do feel like this is someone who you had love with, and I do feel like they loved you too. And I don't even know if they're in your past, although they definitely could be, because I'm not getting like a bunch of regret energy. It could have been that you guys parted in very peaceful ways, but it could still be someone in your life that they just miss you right now, you know, like they just love you and care about you and you make them so happy and they miss you. So I'm just getting, whether it's in the past or not, it doesn't really matter for this group. And the group number 1, it was like they were definitely in the past, like they were trying to come back, but they were in the past. This one is like, for some of you, you could be in a long distance relationship, you know, with this person, like, and they miss you. Okay, so let's pull your tarot. Let's see. The Magician in the Mirror also talks about manifestation, and it talks about the ability to create out of magic. And I feel like this person might see you as someone who creates, and that's another thing that adds to your enchantment. Okay, so what do they miss about group number 2? To start, we have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. Oh, we have the Five of Cups. Five of Swords in reverse. This person feels like they missed some opportunity here. Like, there might be distance if you are together, and I'll read both, whether this person's in the past or not. But if they're in the present and you're together and there's distance here, this person feels like they missed an opportunity with the Page of Cups. They're like the fish out of the cup, you know, they kind of, there could have been some opportunity to travel towards each other and you couldn't do it, or they couldn't make it happen. And for that, it created more distance or more time apart, and it makes them very sad. And they're trying not to be stressed out about it, but there's a competitive air to their nature with the Eight of Wands, that they feel like they have to act on you or they're gonna lose you. Maybe you're surrounded by other people, or they might think you're gonna move on, or something of that nature. This person has the means to provide for you, but they might be very tied to a job, or it might be you. Not that you're the problem, but it just could be that it might be you are unable to see them. And for those of you where this person's in the past, they feel like they did not express to you how they felt, and they kind of missed their opportunity. They should have told you that they loved you. They should have told you how they felt. They should have told you that you made them very happy. They should have told you that they cared about you. They should have expressed their emotions more, but they're so bad at it that they just didn't, and they feel like they missed that opportunity. We have the Emperor. We have Temperance. Either way, I feel like there is this need to resolve something that's imbalanced, that is not quite reciprocal or in check. Now, it could be like the distance is frustrating and they would love to like have balance by moving in together. Or they want to close out that cycle of constantly being in this what are we stage. What's very interesting here is we have a King of Pentacles, and there's this Pentacle in the Magician and Pentacle in the Lovers here. And the Magician and the Lovers are both ruled by Gemini. They have really nothing to do with Pentacle energy, but they're here. And in the Magician, you know, they have cups, they have swords, they have like all the elements. But I'm really seeing the Pentacle. Why am I seeing the Pentacle, you guys? Group number 2. Are you guys witches? Or is it that this person's looming over you? No matter where you go, you can't seem to escape them. They truly want commitment. They truly want to be with you. There's a lot of energy here, a lot of power too. Together, you guys could really make magic happen. And maybe that's why we have the Magician in the Mirror. Because this is kind of a rare card. It doesn't just come up. We have the High Priestess as well, which validates it even more. Okay, so the Magician in the Mirror is knowing and using your true power. This card represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. In the Magician's left hand is the flame of passion and action. In his right hand is a vortex of water and the light of reflection. Yeah, he's even standing on a magician, on a pentacle. This highly beneficial card is telling you that you are the magician, and within your grasp are the amazing forces of earth and spirit. The water is the energy of yin, the power of spirit and clarity of thought. The flame is the energy of yang, bringing direction and creativity. Together they give you the magnificent magic of transformation. The mirror stands beside the magician, reflecting the outer world's response to your choice to use or dismiss the true power that you have. Its silver reflection reveals the future in a mist on the horizon, ready to be magically formed. When you receive the magician upright, you are put on notice that an important and powerful time is at hand. You are the alchemist of your life, and just as an alchemist turns base metals into gold, you are now able to transform your difficulties into great blessings. Claim your power and embrace your intentions in your heart and your daily life. Direct your destiny, and the mist of the future will clear into brilliant reality. Okay, so interesting. We're getting advice from Spirit in this reading, group number 2. I mean, we're really should be talking about what they missed about you, but we're getting advice from Spirit on your connection. Temperance, High Priestess, Magician, the Lovers. You guys are meant to be together. Stop fucking around, honestly. You guys are meant to be together. And you, group number 2, have the power to make that happen. This person might have the means financially with the Pentacles, but you have the manifestation power. You use that manifestation power on your everyday life and other certain situations. Why not use it with this person and closing up the gap or the distance or whatever is happening here? This person really loves you. With the Emperor, they're not going anywhere. With the King of Pentacles, he's sitting tidy, waiting for you. But they love you. They truly, really care for you and want to be with you. And they miss you, okay? Let's pull some channeled messages. And this is gonna be channeled oracle. In the extended, we are going to channel your person. Like, what would they say to you? And I'm gonna use a whole deck for that. But for this, we're just going to pull channeled oracle. We have, I know that I crossed the line with you. They miss your magic. They miss your mysteriousness. All the things they couldn't understand that bugged them before, they miss those things. You know, that enchantment. I'm starting to understand our connection. You guys might share like a telepathic bond. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I feel you leaving me behind. Okay. I hide behind material things. I want to feel that way again. You speak to me through music. So yeah, some of you, this person is sort of in the past, and it could be a reconciliation if you wanted it to be. But they're just unsure with the High Priestess how to read you. They know what they want, and they want you, but they're afraid to contact you. And the thing is, despite that, they feel you all the time. The way that they loom over you, you're looming over them. You guys feel each other's energy very strongly. You might communicate through music. This person wants to tell you how they feel. I hope that you can forgive me one day. This person doesn't know if you are forgiving of them. We have, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. I wish I could share my good news with you. I know I messed up everything, and I will wait for a sign together from you. I will wait for a sign from you. We will be together again soon. Okay, so this person is hopeful about the future. They're just unsure of where you and your judgment stands, group number 2. And Spirit is saying the ball is in your court. If you wanted to close this up, you could. If you wanted to start it over again, you could. But you have the power here, despite what you may think. So I'm gonna allow you guys to ask whatever question you wanna ask with this pendulum, and let's see what it says. If it says ask a friend, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay, so the answer is yes to whatever you guys asked, group number 2. I'm going to extend this. In the extension, we're going to do channeled messages. I'm going to channel your person. These are just channeled oracle. I'm going to pull full tarot deck and channel what would this person say to you? What would they say to you? That's in the extended. That is linked down below. In the meantime, stay safe and stay healthy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the extended. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. If you chose the raw red jasper, this is for you. Okay, so we're going to be talking about who is missing you, what do they miss about you. I'm mainly going to be focused in on the characteristics of what they miss about you, and we're going to more so focus on you rather than them. I'll try and get some hints about who this person could be, but we're more focused on what they miss about you. So I've pre-shuffled your oracle. I'm going to pull your tarot to the side. You also pick this Alice in Wonderland deck, which is really cool, but I'm going to put it to the side for now. And we're going to start with your oracle, and you will have the option to extend this reading. The extension is going to be channeled messages, so I am going to channel your person. So let's get into it. To start, we have Cancer for your astrological oracle. Okay, such a beautiful card. There's a lot of depth here. I don't know if you can see it, but Cancer. So you could be a Cancer or they could be a Cancer. Mainly I pulled the astrological oracle to get characteristics of what they miss about you. And Cancer happens to be very nurturing and very homey, and there's someone who you can definitely trust, definitely lean on. This is someone who makes you feel like family. So I feel like you made this person feel like family. You are someone this person could lean on. You are someone this person could trust. And there's something about you that is just very comfortable. Like, they just felt so comfortable being with you. And I feel like also they felt like you were very sentimental, or, you know, you're very in tune and intimate with your emotions. So we have peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. And then we have surrender. I can release my need to control. So I was telling all the other groups that when I was pulling these 2 oracle cards, each pile got 2. And I felt like one was what they missed, and the other was like how this person kind of fucked up. And I feel like what this person misses with you and the connection is the peace. Like, you're just very peaceful, you're very nurturing, you're very calm, you're very zen, you know, you're someone who's very warm and loving. And I feel like this person couldn't surrender to the connection. They, you know, probably had to control everything. They probably couldn't go with the flow. They probably couldn't be zen like you. They probably weren't as spiritual as you. So I feel like this person had a tough time surrendering to their feelings within the connection. And it could also be that they felt like you were really good at surrendering your need to control. Like, they felt like you were on a completely different level than them as far as, you know, letting God do the work. So we have number 12, the Frog Prince, intimacy. So like I said, I feel like with Cancer here, one of the things that they miss about you is the intimacy. This could be on a sexual level. It could be that they really miss sexually, like the intimate like memories that you guys shared together. I feel like also what they really miss is the fact that you never judge them. This person could be like an ugly duckling, or they could be like metaphorically like a frog, and you're a princess, and they're just like, why did group number 3 even want anything to do with me to begin with? And I feel like you just don't judge. Like, I don't think Cancers are that judgmental. I think that they really feel with their heart, and they're not really super focused on what their eyes say. And I feel like I feel like this person, you know, it could even just be metaphoric to how they view themselves and like what they think about themselves. And the way that they thought about themselves was more so along the lines of just like not being good enough for you. So maybe that's why they couldn't surrender to the connection. But I feel like they really loved your eyes. Some of you guys had really beautiful brown or amber eyes. You could have even lighter eyes than that. I think that they're just like doe-eyed and really big. I feel like you guys did really nice makeup, or at least you like accentuated your eyes with some drama with your lashes or your eyeliner or whatever you did. I think that you were really good at makeup, and that's something that they noticed. Not that they were like, group number 3 is super good at makeup, but they kind of were at the same time. Okay, so, and then we have Angel, helping those in need with no expectation of return. So yeah, I feel like this person definitely viewed you as an angel of sorts. They felt like you were an angel in their life, and they definitely recognized that you were able to help those in need without expectation of return. And specifically this person, like you wanted to help this person, and you didn't have any end game necessarily. You just were that kind of person. That's just your character. And I feel like that's something this person really misses. We have Alchemist, light attribute, transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. Yeah, so I feel like an alchemist, you were able to take something malleable and transform it into something spiritual and beautiful. And I feel like this person might have seen that you had a lot of pain in your life, or you had a really tough childhood, and instead of like letting that get to you, the best of you, you did your best to be at peace. You did your best to surrender. You did your best to be a light in other people's life. I feel like maybe you were not treated the best way by people, and then in turn you decided to treat people in the best way. You know what I'm saying? Like, people weren't necessarily like angelic to you, but you decided to be that way to them. Okay. And then we have number 30, the garden and the gate. We have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. And we have number 32, door to spirit. So I feel like with number 30, the garden and the gate, I feel like this person did think that you were pretty guarded, or, you know, maybe they got past those walls, but it definitely took some time. You know, I've always known Cancers to be someone very slow to warm. And I feel like once you kind of get past all that, they, you know, don't really let you go. They have those like crab claws, and they're like, they'll keep you forever, that kind of thing. But I feel like this person, you know, maybe they never felt like you wanted to keep them, or maybe that's their self-esteem talking. You know, maybe the garden and the gate just represents that you really worked super hard for everything that you have, because you had probably a difficult life growing up, and you really were this alchemist. And so you were very protective over your healing. You were very protective over the things that you created and established for yourself, because you didn't want to have anyone ruin that. You didn't want anyone to break your heart. You didn't want anyone to destroy the garden that you created. And so you kept kind of a locked gate around it, and maybe even possibly you invited this person in, but, you know, like I said, I don't think this person was able to surrender their need to control, and maybe they had a problem being in a locked gate because they were afraid of small spaces or whatever it is. I feel like, you know, this person just wasn't ready for the kind of intensity that your connection was turning out to be. And, you know, I think it was intense because the feelings and the emotions were very real, but they just weren't mature enough to understand them. We have rest and rejuvenate. So again, I definitely feel like there is a chill nature to you guys, group number 3. And I feel like that's something this person misses. Maybe you guys chilled a lot, or you had a lot of kickbacks, or you didn't have to do much but hang out, and that's something this person misses, is just kind of like casually hanging out with you. And then we have door to spirit. I think another thing that was very interesting about you that they miss is the fact that you taught them a lot about the other world or your spirituality, or you taught them a lot about, you know, tarot, or the things that you have kind of accumulated and learned about spirit. And, you know, maybe you told them about soulmates or twin flames or whatever it is. And I think this person like really misses all of those conversations that you guys used to have with each other. So let's pull your tarot now and see what else this person is missing and kind of what happened in the situation. And we are going to pull some channeled oracle in this reading, and then we will extend it and we'll do more just like channeled messages. Okay, so right away we're getting some cards. We have Temperance to start. We have the Two of Wands. So we have Sagittarius, and we have Aries and Leo. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Isn't this deck so cool? We have the Tower. And we have the Six of Wands. Interesting. And we have Strength on the bottom of the deck. Okay. So I feel like something that this person misses is just kind of I do feel like maybe things were in its early stages for some of you, and there was a huge potential here as to where this connection could lead, as to where things could go. I definitely feel like this person was kind of daydreaming about the potential that you guys had together, and kind of wondering like all the magnanimous possibilities in which this connection could lead to. And I think they really missed the fact that there was something here, or they missed the fact that they were in that opportunity to get closer to you, and they missed their mark, if that makes sense. It's like they wish they could go back to like when you were dating or when you were getting to know each other, because that's when things were fresh and pure and good, and that's when they were thinking like, wow, this is so special, and they were in a really good energy when that happened. I feel like this person didn't have the strength to fight for the connection. I don't know why it had to be fought for. Comment down below, let me know what your situation is, but with the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles, to me it kind of tells me like that this person they like took themselves out of the competition. Like they didn't want to compete for you. Not that they didn't want to compete for you, but just like they didn't have the sense of self or the ego even to be able to compete, if that makes sense. Like if this person is insecure and they have low self-esteem and they feel like you have other options, like they're gonna take themselves out of the race rather than someone who is very self-assured and confident, like fuck these people, like I'm gonna get group number 3. So there's that kind of energy here where they really did have feelings for you that were developing with the Page of Cups, and they did have wonders with the Two of Wands of where this could go. But the Knight of Pentacles, I don't think they could make it happen. Now maybe they didn't feel like they could compete because there was other factorials involved distance, money, school, job, whatever it is, they felt like it would have taken a long time for them to finally reach you. And with the Tower, it's such an explosive card in this deck. I mean, the Tower is always very explosive, but specifically here, it's a fucking mess. And I don't know what happened, whether it's a fight or something went down, but it was like there was some sort of realization here where this person just felt like you were going to be more successful without them. You were going to have more strength without them, that you were going to be better without them. It was kind of the energy I'm getting. Because the Six of Wands is about victory and success. And then we have Strength, which is about courage. And I just feel like this person didn't want to leave you alone. They didn't want to be apart from you, but they might have felt it was necessary. Now, I'm definitely getting the hint that I'm tapping into something much deeper than what I'm saying. I'm kind of like on the surface here, and I'm sure, you know, it's going to differentiate between whoever, but I am getting the vibe that this is a much deeper thing that I'm just kind of touching the surface on. Like some real ass conversations were had, and some real things happened here in this connection, but I don't really know what those things are. I just know that it had promise and potential, and what this person is missing is that promise and potential, and the fact that things could have been successful, whereas now maybe they can't be, or maybe there's no chance. So they just kind of, what they miss about you is like the beginning of your connection. So let's pull some channeled oracle. I don't react when people mention you. So you guys might have some mutual friend groups. For some of you, I'm hearing school, work. It's time for me to heal now. I definitely sense that this person needs to heal, because even without knowing the situation or knowing them, I do sense they have very low self-esteem, and that is something that needs to be healed anyway, because I think it affected this connection. I think it affects them. We have, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like this person had a tough time letting you go, because there's nothing that they really don't like about you. There's like everything about you is amazing to them. Everything about you is a quality worth missing. Everything about you is perfect to them, you know, and it was almost like they had to walk away, if they did. And they had to let you go because they didn't feel like they deserved you. They didn't feel adequate enough for you. And now they kind of regret that. There's like regret here. And they have to bury themselves in work to forget that. I want to be more than friends. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. So I want you. So this person really still wants you. They want to be more than friends. They're trying to look at this from a spiritual perspective, because that's how you would have handled the situation, and they know that. But they don't feel spiritual. They don't feel good about, you know, how they handled things. I lost myself for a little while. I'm definitely getting the vibe that this person has Cancer energy in them too. So, but they still want you. Like, they know they're not the one for you, and they might feel like they're getting in the way of your greatness, or they felt that way. We both know I am not the one for you. You came closer than anyone. It was my fault, but I blamed you. The timing just wasn't right for us. Wow. And I hid who I really am from you. So like I said, the timing, there was something here, there's potential, but for whatever reason, X, Y, and Z, things didn't shape out the way that they we're supposed to. And maybe this person still has hope. Maybe they're like, they could shape up, you know, we could end up together. But for now, they're just kind of like, I don't know, do I just heal my part in the connection? So this is really interesting, group number 3. I'm gonna have you guys pull from the pendulum. You can ask whatever question you guys wanna ask, and then we're gonna extend this, and I'm gonna channel your person. So instead of like channeled oracle, I'm gonna pull a full ass tarot deck and like channel your person. What would they say to you? So ask whatever question you guys wanna ask. Ready, set, go. Okay, we have yes. So the answer is yes to whatever you guys asked. So like I said, we are going to extend this. The extension is going to be channeled messages. So what would this person say to you? What would this person say to you? All right, that is linked down below. In the meantime, however, I really hope that resonated. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in the extended.